The very first episode of the Open Road One-on-Ones. We are out here with Dante Lway. Thank you very much for joining us. It's good meeting you, dog. We appreciate you joining us on this one. We are about to unearth artists for who you guys really are. This whole platform is for you guys to showcase your talent. I'm an artist myself, so I also appreciate what you guys do. I know what it is. Why you guys hide? I know you guys try to work alone.
Yeah.
But today I just need you to talk to people. I just listen to a lot of unreleased music. It's dope. And I'm not just saying that for the interview. It's really dope.
Okay.
And today I want you to take me back to you. I always believe as an artist there's something that happened in your background. There was some music that was involved. There's something that happened, and that's where you fell in love with music. Take me to your childhood. Who's Dante? How many siblings do you have?
Officially,
African family.
You feel me? Yeah, that's what it is. So I didn't grow up with any of my siblings, but I just found out like a 3 years back that I have quite a few, maybe 8. Yeah. So I didn't grow up with them. So I was basically raised as a single child.
Yeah.
My whole life.
That's me too.
All that shit. That's wild.
No, I'm serious. That's me.
Oh shit.
But I never had others that I met later.
Oh, you haven't met them?
No, I haven't met them. Maybe they still coming.
That's even
you never
wild.
know these things. But yeah, continue. You were on.
Yeah.
You grew up alone. Where was the music in that? Was mom bumping into something?
Yeah, mom was, well, basically I grew up with, my first years I grew up with my grandmother till I was like 6 in Pigs Peak, because my mom couldn't take care of me at the time. She was still in school. So after leaving Pigs Peak, I came to live with my mom, moved to Manzini. She was staying in Manzini, and yeah, she would play music basically on every Sunday cleanup, spring cleaning.
Yeah.
So it was obviously beginnings was R&B. That's why if you listen to most of my music, there's a lot of melodies in it because.
Who's that one artist, R&B artist that mom bumped to that always stayed at the back of your head?
She bumped everything, but one person that did stand out was obviously Brian McKnight, because he was that really good.
Yeah.
That's what she was bumping most of the time. And then funny enough, I didn't get exposed to rap music till I was like 12.
Okay. Where?
My mom married into a relationship basically. So I got siblings from that relationship. So I got an older brother from that relationship who was already in high school. So he was coming back and like putting me on Eminem. And I just remember my childhood, the first rapper that I heard and was like, holy shit, what's Eminem?
Oh my god, Eminem. Yeah. What album was it?
It was it wasn't even an album, it was a song, Forgot About Dre. And I worked for months to learn those lyrics of that song because I thought it was the most crazy shit ever. And at the time it was like, I was coming from Peaks Peak, so I was coming from a place where like I was only speaking Siswati. So when I came this side, I had to now integrate and learn English. So what was happening in the crib was like my mom would speak in Siswati and then I would have to reply in English. And that's something that, funny enough, just went on throughout my life now, and to the point where me speaking Siswati now is weird. I was so used to like replying. It became like embedded in my brain.
Get me on that culture talk? No.
Yeah, real shit.
Yeah, but do you know Siswati?
Of course I know Siswati.
Cool. Okay.
But then like speaking it and then it's like, go back to English.
Nah, I understand.
Yeah. So yeah, when I got introduced to Eminem, I just took off from there, bro. And it was a rap thing. I always loved rap. After Eminem, you know what follows. Dre, Cube, Exhibit, Tupac, Biggie, all of that came after that. But then when it was me, when I started actually getting my own music, because I used to get music from my older brother. We cruise around on a Sunday, both of us. So I used to get music from him. So then when I actually got the chance to start getting my own music and being like active, I remember the first album that I ever bought was on cassette, 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. I had that Walkman Shandy from Kips. You feel me? That was the first album that I ever had. Like I bought that.
You bought that.
Yeah, and then that was it.
What age were you when you made your first ever song?
To be honest, I don't even know, because I thought that the first time I ever made a song was in grade 9 with some niggas of mine when I was schooling in Mananga. But then my homie Mash actually told me that I'd made a song before that. We had made a song on his PC and I completely forgot. So I think I always had a musical background, like in a sense of I was always rapping, but I never thought I would be good enough to like put music out, because I was listening to all these American guys. And I was like, yo, that level. If I can't, and I've always been the type of person, if I'm doing something, I have to be the best at it. I can't just be doing something and be like, oh, okay, you cool or whatever. But nah, I had to be the best. So I'd always freestyle for my niggas. Back in the day, when we were talking like grade 7 times and whatnot, we used to do this thing. Remember Convention Center and those movies? Yeah, so we were like some badass kids. We used to get dropped off early, you know what I'm saying? Get blinded up. You know what I'm saying? We'd get blinded up there. There was like some spot where we used to chill, some shortcut like between Lugogo and also. We used to get blinded up there, and then I'd freestyle. My niggas would always ask me to freestyle, and that was why I started getting comfortable with rapping. That's when I started.
So after that, you made your first record project.
First project was in grade 9, end of grade 9.
So like a few months, a year later, you dropped your first project. Wait, which platforms are these at the time?
Where did I feel like we just dropped that on like USB, Shandy. Like we were just going around giving people on USBs, and then like, you know, that time was like time was like, bro, I mean, I remember we did a performance and there was guys from freaking UTech who were like, oh, you guys are just a group that I was in, was called Young and Wild. It was me and my other homie Young Styles. So they were like, yo, you are the Young and Wild guys. And we're like, how the fuck did you even get to hear that shit? Like all the way in Big Ben. You know what I mean? So that time was like a time when music used to be spread vibrant. You know how it used to go.
But you're taking me into an interesting topic, because you say that the streaming era, as an artist, how have you adjusted to those times to now? And as a young person, you have the advantage of understanding social media way better than the past generation. How are you looking to use that to your advantage into this streaming era?
And right now, the way I see social media is like, I feel like there's too much of advertising of lifestyle other than advertising of the art itself. You know, people are too into how does this person dress, how does this person, you know, all of that, you know. So I feel like for me right now, I'm actually laid back on the social media thing. If anyone that follows me on social media will tell you, I've got like 3 pictures and it's all album covers or single art. I don't have any pictures of myself or any of that, because I don't see the connection.
But why are you not doing that? Are you that type of artist that is not going to sell on social media? In these times, do you think it's a good strategy?
I don't think that I can't sell on social media, but I feel like if I'm gonna sell on social media, I have to know myself as a person first.
So you're still in that stage of understanding yourself?
Yeah, I've got to the point where I understand myself, and I feel like now I'm in the position where I can actually start putting out material, because I feel like people, they do, on social media, you'll notice a lot of people post, and they post, and they post, and when they get to like 60 posts, their whole mindset has changed, and their whole lifestyle has changed, and then they're like, you know what I put out is actually not what I fuck with right now. And then they go and delete all of that, you know what I mean? For me, I want it to be, if I'm starting to post on social media, I know who I am. I'm posting exactly what I am through and through. I will not be deleting anything. I will not change. This is who I am. And then I put it out.
And you put it out. Streaming, how are your streams? What, you have so many unreleased projects.
Yeah.
Why?
I think it's more like I've gotten to the point where I feel as if it's simple economics, bro. It's like supply and demand. people aren't demanding my music, you know, so why should I supply? You know what I mean? Like in a sense of like, if anyone has heard of me, like you said before we started this interview, you've heard me because I had a project with my cousin originally, or I featured with her. Most of the time, people know me as like this enigma that's always on original songs. You know what I mean? So it's like I dropped a project. I remember, I think it was 2016, called God Given. I dropped that project and I was in Bram at the time, living in Joburg, and it was really booming in Joburg, you know what I mean? People were really fucking with the music, so I felt like, okay, this is the time. So I took my time with it, you know what I mean? I put it out there, it did what it did, and then when I dropped Shallow, the numbers were crazy. I mean, we got like 500 plays in like 2 days.
And I was bumping to that. That's where I first listened to your music.
You know what I mean? So like, I feel like I need to have a whole rollout in a sense of people need to know who I am first, because now it's like you've only heard the lick, because Shallow was lit. You've only heard the lick. You haven't heard my actual artistry and where I come from. You know, people who know me will say like, yo, that nigga's the boom bap king. And then like you'll never understand that because you've never heard me on a boom bap song. You just heard me on trap shit. You know what I mean? But then it's like if you had been listening from way back, you would know.
So when's the next project coming out?
To be honest, I don't know. It depends how this year goes. You know I got music for days, bro.
Yeah, but what's the plan? You just hosted an event. Tell me about that, and what's the strategy going forward?
Basically, with the event that I hosted at the Million, it was just something that came out of nothing. Like we literally talked about it actually in this lounge. Like, yo, it would be really dope if we actually just did our own show. Like, fuck trying to get on lineups, you know what I mean?
Word.
Let's actually host our own show where people can get to know me. And
I was still on that. I'm glad you get on that topic. I was telling you guys earlier, if there's not a platform, it's an opportunity. Stop complaining. You hosted your own show. What did you learn from that? Are you planning on doing it a bit more often?
Yes, I'm gonna definitely. I've got another one lined up that I'm still, sorting out and putting in the works. It's definitely gonna be bigger than the first one.
Okay,
for sure. And I want to include some other artists as well.
So I believe you're working with quite a lot of artists.
I'm not working with a lot of artists. I'm like that guy that everyone wants to act like doesn't exist. Like being for real, bro. Like to other artists, like I think a lot of people who know my rap, because there's a lot of rappers that I know, so that's small.
Yeah.
Like for them, it's like they don't want to be put in the same column as me. You know what I mean? Like they like, nah, that nigga there's on his own shit. Like he doesn't even really put his music out there. He doesn't push it, so it's alright. You know what I mean? They prefer me to be in that space. You get what I'm saying?
You're going away from artist.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, bro.
Artist.
Yeah. And you know what the thing is? I feel like with the artists in Swaziland, I feel like all of us know what the issue is, but then nobody wants to really change anything. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to be the man. Everyone wants to be like, yeah, I'm the first nigga to pop an essay. I'm the first nigga to have a video on Trace or whatever. Nobody wants to actually realize and say, my nigga, none of you have broken essay. None of us, let me not say none of you. None of us have broken the essay market. How's that possible when essay is right here, bro? There's niggas from Malawi.
Only Afro-pop, Sads and them have broken.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? But he, I respect, he did it on his own, you know what I mean? Yeah, he did his own thing, you know. But
was it his own or the machine?
There's a machine behind everything.
Do you have a machine on you, or are you indie?
Yeah, I'm in.
How expensive is it?
Yeah, sure.
How you come?
You know what I think, bro. You know what I think. I always feel like you get in what you get out what you put in.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? I put in a lot of years and a lot of time and thought into every rhyme, it's things that I address. I don't just put words on a beat and say like, okay, that's dope. People are too caught up in what sounds good instead of what's actually good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like a nigga will just drop like a trap song and it'll be like, it's fucking with your brain because you know the sound.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, this sounds similar to, you know what I'm saying? Association is what a lot of people are working with. So for me, it's like you can't associate my sound with anything because I do my own shit.
Do your own shit.
I talk about things that are affecting me. You know, I had on Shallow, we had a song called Masterpiece. I've never heard anyone address that topic on a song. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, that'd be actually cool, you know, to actually talk about shit like that. Yeah.
So where do you look to make money from? As an artist now, it's a new era. You can make money from way too many different avenues. Where you gotta make your money?
To be honest, bro, I'm looking at it like I want to be in the business of music rather than be in the music.
How?
In a sense of just like now when I was talking about my first event that I hosted at the Moon, it's more like I want to also be behind the scenes, hosting my own events, getting guap from that and putting it back into the music. You know what I'm saying? Pushing, I would love to push like a movement because in Swaziland, bro, it's kind of hard. Things stay local so long that the desire for it like leaves. You see a lot of rappers, bro, like, you know, you just dropped a single 2 days ago, I see you at Spa, you looking depressed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that shit don't make no damn sense. You know what I mean?
Dog, come on, don't touch on depression like that.
No, depression is real. Depression is a real thing, but here's
what do you think about that? Why do you think young people are so depressed, and what do you think we need to do as artists? You're an artist yourself, you have a public platform to address it.
It's funny you actually bring that up because that's exactly what I was talking about when I was talking about my social media. People don't actually realize that when you're on Instagram and all of those things, like all those things that you see, they're affecting you subconsciously. If you're following the biggest baller and you following the baddest bees and whatnot, you're looking at that and you're just realizing how swag your life is.
Your life is.
You're going through all of that and you're like, damn, look at this nigga's bitch. Damn, look at this nigga's car. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have this.
Exactly. I don't want niggas to go on my social media page and feel like that. I want niggas to go on my social media page and feel like they chilling with their home.
Facts.
You feel me?
Facts. But how you still haven't? You want to host shows? That's how you want to do this.
Yeah, that's one of the realms. That's one of the realms.
You don't want to touch on that?
Nah, you know niggas buy though. I can't be dropping too many of the plans, you know what I mean? Because you know what, bro. Like
of
for
course,
me,
I understand.
For me, it's like I've had opportunities, fam, to like be signed and all of that. You know, I've had a lot of interest while I was in SA by people.
Why didn't you sign?
Because the way I see it, bro, is that like it's letting go of who you are, bro. I really can't do it. Like I wish I could. I wish I was young. You know what I'm saying? I wish they were approaching me when I was like fucking 19 and like not giving a fucking being like, yo, I'm on TV, this is crazy. Now it's like, yo,
you know it's real.
You know what I mean? Now it's like, my nigga, we've seen too much. Like I've seen you on TV, my nigga, but you standing in line buying a beer with me. You get me? It's like there's no more veil right now. So I'm like, I'm a nigga now. You know, I can see like being on TV is nothing. It's nothing. I could be on YouTube and still pop.
Fam.
I could make songs that aren't for radio and
still pop.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, especially that's why I respect a nigga like Nasty C, though, because the way he did it, dog. Nasty C, if you listen to his music, bro, none of that shit is for radio. Jungle, that's like a ratchet ass song, bro. Like the topics and everything. It's not a song that you would think would be on radio, but why do they put it on radio? Because of the demand.
Nasty C, yeah.
He's Nasty C. What? You're not gonna spin it? You have to spin it. Different niggas wanna hear that shit.
But it's so crazy how you touch on SA and Nasty getting into radio like that. The internet game is crazy in SA. Hash is doing crazy numbers.
J
Marley is doing crazy numbers. Reese is doing crazy numbers. Do you think we'll ever reach a level where we break into the internet like that? I mean, we go.
You know what I believe. That's exactly why I came back into the music. Because I was like, you know, I fuck this music shit.
Are you serious?
After that whole signing situation where I really thought like, okay, now I'm starting to move. And then I heard the terms and conditions and the this and the that. Okay, my nigga, these niggas, bro. Like it's been happening for years, bro. Like the same label, bro. Like trying to hit me up.
Wait, but you understand the way you bring it up. You're making me and you understand. I understand because I know industry terms. I need you break it down to a 16-year-old who's gonna listen to this and say,
shit.
What is he talking about when he says I've seen things? Why are those niggas that are on TV? Why are they not eating? Why are people acting like they are leaving so much on social media, but when they aren't? Why are people trying not to be what they really are?
I think it's just because also, bro, if we look at it purely because of the age that people are actually blowing up in now, you know? You look at an artist like Jay-Z, There's a reason why Jay-Z is like a billionaire right now. Grew up at 27. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was a whole nigga when he blew up. You know what I'm saying? He was a whole man. He knew like, my nigga, I'm not about to get fucked. I'm about to do this shit. You get me? So also the age, bro. It does a lot. You know, the life experiences. Because imagine, bro, I come like with my situation. It was like, okay, cool, bro. I was like, I wanna sing and rap at the time. And this was before Bryce Tiller. This is before any of that. Anyone who knew me from high school, my nigga, will tell you I was rapping and singing. Been doing that shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, they were like, nah, that's not gonna work, my nigga. You need to get on this. All they do, bro, when you get in that studio, when you get in those offices, all they say is, we want a guy who's gonna compete with this guy.
Oh my God.
That's exactly what they tell you. There's no time for you trying to express yourself, nigga. We don't care where you came from. We don't care about none of that shit. We need a nigga who's gonna stop this nigga. Because at the end of the day, bro, it's all about competition when it comes to these labels. So they looking at it like, okay, them niggas got that nigga. Now we need a nigga that's just like that, but on our side. That's how they look at it, bro.
Damn.
So at the end of the day, you get there and you'll be on your indie shit. You'll be on your, you know, I like to express myself. But like, nah, nigga, it's not the place for that. Now we're putting racks into the situation.
Yeah. What inspires you?
Me?
Yeah.
Bro, so much, bro. So much. Just like in a sense of like the music I listen to even. You know? It's like, for me, it's more of I want to better myself every time. Music is a beautiful thing to me because I hate continuous shit, you know what I'm saying? It's hard for me, even in relationships, bro. Like, it's hard for me to.
Are you dating?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah. It's hard for me. Got that on now.
We're not cutting anything. It's only take, bro. He said it, bro. I was gonna cut it, but he insisted.
Yeah, you can keep that. So the way it is, bro, it's like, what the fuck? I even lost my train of thought. It's like I hate continuous. So like I always like change. I'm a lover of change, bro. So like I feel like it's so great for me, like to challenge
yourself into something
like
new every
yesterday
time.
I made something like this, and then like today I'll be like, yo, I gotta better that first. I gotta better that.
Yet when you indie, they're gonna try tell you, this is what you need to do at this point in time.
And one thing that I learned while doing my mixtape God Given, like I got linked up with some really cool niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like underground niggas that side in Joburg who were like on scrambles for money.
Yeah.
Like that was our whole crew. We were Puma Satane Records actually. So we were like the niggas who were like, yo, fuck everything else that's popping. We gonna do our own thing and we gonna vibe with it, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who were even shook that we're African. They're like, nah, these niggas sound like you from, cause we had poets rhyming over like soul beats and shit like that. Yeah, bro, you need to check that shit out. I'm gonna
put me on, dog.
So like, it was like a thing of like, we were basically going against the grain the whole time, you know what I mean? And that's when I really learned how to be an artist, because it was like, I get a beat. And every artist knows, bro, when you get a beat, you listen to it, and you're already hearing the thousands of songs that you've heard that a great flow for this would be. But for me, I always take that and I say, I always like to flip beats, man. Like if you give me a beat that's banging, or you give me a beat that's like this, I always like to flip it. I'm always like, what would be the best way to come up with something and to flow on this beat like no one else would? That's how I feel. And then it always comes about, you know what I'm saying? Just like that song that you heard, Infinity Pool. Yeah. It was like pianos and whatnot, and then you know, you just hear me coming in like, I could trip like an infinity pool. You know, it's like different flows, you know what I'm saying? It's like making that shit different. Make it unique. Don't just make something where it's like, yo, your shit bangs, you know, we all know we can fucking count words, you know what I'm saying? I've been interpreted,
yeah, like what's the content?
The content is life.
The content?
Life. Everyday life shit, bro. Every day. That's one thing about my music that I've realized. One of the biggest compliment that I got actually after that show was with the one colored guy. He was like, yo, you found a way to make dope shit but not lie. You know what I'm saying? Like your rap sounds dope. Like, you know, it's nice to hear a nigga talk. It's nice to hear a nigga talking about Audemars watches, you know, I'm in a Rolls. It's nice, but then like who can actually make that whole thing of like, you know, me and my niggas, you know, like some everyday shit sound cool, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm about though.
Feel you. Thank you very much, bro. Loved it. Yeah. It's been a good one.
Yeah, that's been a good one, definitely.
Thanks a
lot, bro.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, G. Shout out.